Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you this recreation that I did of the Kim Kardashian Vogue Taiwan cover. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. So today I'm going to start off by using the Too Faced Chocolate palette. So I just opened this for the first time and it really does smell like chocolate. I've been chocolate obsessed lately, like for the past week or so. I've been sending my boyfriend out to go buy me chocolate after dinner, like every other day. So yeah, this is making me want some more chocolate. But the color selection in here is so gorgeous. You have like every color shimmer you could possibly want, but you have the main matte colors that you like absolutely need to create a look. You always need a matte highlight, like brow bone highlight shade. And yeah, I don't like shimmer really, unless it's like a highlight, like a glow kit or something. Then shimmer's fine, but I don't like putting like a shimmery eyeshadow up there. It's just like too much and like unnatural looking. And then you have perfect transition. I'm gonna get a little bit deeper in the crease and then like a deep crease color, and then you could like use any color on your lid. There's so many options. So jumping into it, first I'm just going to prime my lids because I didn't really prime it yet. I have like a little bit of face makeup on from early this morning because I was working. Yeah, where are my brushes? Yeah, so I was working this morning, so I have a little bit of face makeup on already. But hardly anything. So there's just a little something on my lids, like a little bit of foundation, but it's all creased up. So I'm just gonna take some concealer and go over the whole lid. I'm using my Graftobian concealer palette, which is my go-to concealer, but I never really use this as an eyeshadow base, so I'm sure we'll be fine. We're doing a really natural look today, so anything will be fine. Next, I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and put that, actually let me make sure it's as matte as, yeah, it's perfectly matte. I'm gonna put that light shade over my whole lid just to set that and carry it up underneath my brow bone, because that will be my brow bone highlight. This palette smells so good. So the shade that I'm using right now is called Rollin' & Dough. So now that we have a nice base, we can start building up some color. So I'm going to, there's a good blending brush. So now I'm dipping into So Bougie. Okay, so I'm just going to be running this color in my crease as my transition.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.
Now I'm going in with a Morphe dupe for the MAC 217 brush, so just a little bit bigger, dipping into Cocoa Truffles. And I'm just building up the crease with this. It's like a really natural look. But makeup always like photographs a little bit more natural than it actually is, so I don't want it to like look like I have nothing on either. And he really like elongated her eyes in this, so I'm going to make sure that instead of taking it like up like I would normally do to open my eye, instead I like take it out. I'm just really taking that V out further than I normally would. Normally I stop right there, but this time I'm taking it out a little bit. Just gonna switch back to the lighter color, which is So Bougie, and the blending brush. And then for my lid, I'm gonna take a flat brush that I always pack on my lid. I'm gonna go back in with So Bougie and just kind of fill that in. So let's see, I'm putting Cocoa Truffle, the darker shade here. I'm just kind of fixing that slant so we have a good layout for our wing. And then taking this So Bougie and filling that in. Once I get about halfway in, I'm gonna be going back in with some of that Rollin' in Joe. Ooh, that was really bright. And blend that together. And then for the most inner quarter of my eye, I want like a champagne color. I'm gonna go with Gold Dipped. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna clean up the outer V of my eye. I'm gonna get some concealer on a concealer brush and just straighten that out. Next I'm gonna be going in with my Inglash gel liner. I'm just gonna be tightlining my top and bottom. I never really tightline the top, but I just want to make my eyes look smaller because her eyes were like very elongated. And tightlining on the top and bottom will always make your eyes look smaller. So you shouldn't always do this if you have small eyes, but I have very large eyes, so it's like impossible to not make an ugly face while doing your eyeliner, right? Is it just me? I know it's not just me. Okay. Something about tight lining also, and I always see people doing this wrong, and it's just like the worst thing ever. Okay, so the eyeliner is on the inside right now. That looks so terrible and unblended. I'm about to blend it out, but just putting eyeliner on the inside and not bringing it out, not only is gonna make your eyes look smaller, but it's also just such a harsh look that, like, as a girl, you don't want your makeup to like look harsh. Unless you want like a gothic look, I guess. They want to look, that look would be like a harsh look, but if you're doing anything else, like if you're trying to do like, you know, glamour makeup, like pretty, you should never just leave it like that. What you have to do is get like a small brush, like a pencil brush, and either just smudge it or get some like brown eyeshadow, like a dark brown, and then use that just to smudge it. And I'm gonna be smudging it out with this eyeliner today, so I can't like really show you right now, but I'm gonna do a whole video on eyeliner, do's and don'ts. So now I'm just doing the same thing to this eye. And then I'm just making a little smudge mark where I would draw a wing. Actually, let's just draw a little one. Just smudging whatever gel liner is left. So again, I want to really elongate my eyes, so I took it in on the inside there. So the next step with the eyeliner is I'm using this Marc Jacobs brown eyeliner. It's like a really pretty brown. It's almost a little metallic. And I'm going to be taking this right on my lash line and smudging that black out. You almost don't want to mess with the shimmer of that by adding a shadow. Actually, maybe I won't. All right, so now I'm gonna smudge that out without adding a shadow, just smudging that itself. Let's see. And just smudging it right up into a wing shape. I am just going to add a little shadow. Still just too harsh for me without. So I'm gonna go into that Cocoa Truffle and just finishing off my lower lash line. Okay, now for the top eyeliner. I'm gonna be going in with this shade called Decadent. It's super, super dark shade. I think it's a dark brown because it's a chocolate palette. Yeah, it does look like dark brown, but it's like almost charcoal or black. And I'm going to be creating a really smudged wing look. That's pretty good, but I'm just gonna go in with the concealer brush and make it a little bit better. So I'm just gonna save myself a bunch of steps and do the wing on the top with my dip brow. And then I'll probably just go over it with a little bit of that dark shade from the Too Faced palette. So now moving on to my face, I'm starting off with the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Primer. Next I'm going in with my favorite foundation, which is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. Next I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. I've been using this Sigma 3D HD Kabuki brush. I just like the sharp angle that it has on it. And yeah, I just pop that right in there to contour. And also I'm going to make sure I contour my jawline really well because Kim is always extra chiseled. And I'm also going to contour this forehead and with the brush and just kind of blending upwards. Don't want to go below the contour line. So what I've been liking to do with this contour palette is using this shade here to contour, but then using this one here and kind of mixing it in to blend it out. So I have the darker shade there, obviously. This one, kind of putting right on my cheekbone. And it'll kind of work as like a blush or a bronzer. And it also just blends the contour out in like more of a gradient. And I already did the same thing on my forehead. I just take it a little lower. And then I'm just gonna go back to my beauty blender and blend it all in together. It really doesn't need much blending because it already kind of blends itself with that gradient. Now I'm gonna contour my nose. Kim has a very tiny nose. And I've been contouring my nose with my finger lately, just because that way I have the control to get those lines in like super close. And this like nostril is bigger, so I just put like a little extra contour there. Get my light line going down the center, and then I'm just gonna blend that out. So for concealer, I'm going to take a little bit of this pink color here first. Then I'm just going to take this skin color concealer and take it all the way down from the sides of my nose. Cover all this and take it right out. And take a little bit of the extra yellow and pop this right here. The yellow is like extra reflective when you're taking pictures. And then again, just blend that out. Now I'm going in with my RCMA No Color powder, and I always like to use this tapered brush, and that way I can really get in there underneath my eye just perfectly. And again, I just draw out right underneath my contour line. Leave it there for a second, and then with just a little bit, just set the rest of my face. Not too much powder on the rest though. To bronze and contour the rest of my face, I've been using the Too Faced Chocolate Bronzer. Just gonna brush away any of the excess powder. And I'm going to be going in with the slightest little bit of blush. For lashes, I'm going to be going in with these Amber Fritz lashes. These were sent to me. Alright, I'm going to be cutting off a good portion of the dramatic part. And then when you're doing the second lash, it's a little tricky because you want to just make sure you cut off the same amount. For highlight, I'm going to be going in with the Huda Beauty Glow Kit highlight palette. Last time I used this palette, I used the gold color Northern Lights, so this time I thought I would try the pink color. And for lips today, I'm going to be using this Anastasia Beverly Hills color combo. It's this shade Ashton and the shade Stripped. So first I'm going to go in with Ashton to kind of overline my lips a little bit. It's kind of like one of my go-to colors. And just to blend it in, use my finger. Oh, I love that. See how big it makes your lips look by just doing the darker color and the lighter color? I don't like to use lip liner because it just blends in better if it's two lipsticks. We just smear it into each other and then it's not like, you know, that lip liner look. And you know, I always kind of just bite down on my lips. If you watch my videos, you know I do that just to naturally overline them. And that completes this look today on my Kim Kardashian recreation of the Vogue Taiwan cover. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials. Bye!